Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to discuss all about how to create a responsive admin dashboard using React.js. So let's look at the project. So I'm going to open the inspect, but before opening that I'm going to show you the pages. These are empty pages but have a pages. When you will click on any page, then the URL has been changed, right? So let's look at that. When you click on the overview, and that's our overview page, right? So yeah, I'm gonna open the inspect admin and let's look at the responsiveness. 1440 pixel and 1024 768 pixel and responsiveness on the mobile device, right? So let me share with you guys how you can create it from scratch. You can change the text. I just use the simple text. You can add the short text like entertainments, personal care, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to close it, close this one, and I'm going to open the my copy of this one project. So let me share with you a few things. So I have a app.js index.css file. Inside that I'm going to use font that is coming from Google's public sense, and these are variables, CSS variables. This is a reset property and this is a simple body. Let me add the command npm runtail to execute the project on the web page. Open that. Right now this is a simple background color and this is a text simple app.js. Step number 1, you need to install npm React router. You need to install it, and then you need to create a pages. So I'm going to close the CSS file, just use app.css. Inside that I'm going to use browser router, and inside that I'm going to use routes. Inside the routes I need to use route, right? So we need to import these packages inside this one file. So let me create a folder pages, and I'm going to create a one by one page. Like the first one is home page, just X. I'm going to write the RFCE to import the component. The next one I'm going to create a transaction page, and that will be transaction page, and then I'm going to use budget.jsx. That will be budget page, and I'm going to add the port pages, and then I'm going to use public structure. And right now this is it. So once you created the pages, I'm going to close the tabs, just leave the app.js. So inside the routes you need to use the path. The path should be / means home page. Inside the home page I'm going to add the element will be home page, right? So we need to import this one page from pages home page. So let me save it, and okay, I can't see anything else. Let me check the home page. Okay, I need to save that, and nothing happened. Okay, routes. Okay, here's my mistake, guys. I need to use that inside there, and it should be displayed the home page. Great. So inside the home page I will create a fragment, and I'm going to create a side bar component. I will create this one file, component. Inside the component I will create a file sidebar.jsx CE, and I'm going to save the file, import that, and it should be displayed the sidebar inside the home page, right? Great thing. So step number one, we need to design the sidebar, right? So in the sidebar we need to add the links, right? So let me use that. So I'm going to add the header tag. Inside the header I will use the nav tag. Assign the class will be side menus. Inside the side menus I will use the link, not this one link, this will coming from React Router Tom, and I'm gonna add the link to /means home page, and I'm gonna assign the class name should be logo. I will use that because I will assign the different styling on each link. Okay, I need to import that. So inside that I'm going to add the image. So the image is coming from my import logo from assets, and the assets have images, and the images have a large .svg. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste on that. Right, so I'm going to save the file. The logo has been appeared, as you can see, in the white column. So I'll get all of the images that we will use it inside our sidebar menu. So I have imported the images like bills, menus. We will use that inside our sidebar. So here's our link. Then I will create another nav link, because I will assign the different styling. When user will click on this one link, then the special class like active class will be assigned on the particular link or particular anchor link. Then I will use the anchor link to assign the different styling. So this link only used to display the anchor link, but nav link will be used to assign the anchor link and assign the special class like active. User will click on the active nav link text, then the active class will be applied. So inside that I'm going to use overview, and the image should be overview, right? So I think I need to import that now link. Yeah, so you can use this one method and just change the text. So I'm going to use multiple times. In a minute I will change the text and also images. So guys, I have changed the text from the source code and also text that is appear inside the paragraph. So let me save the file and look at that. The images and also anchor links have been appeared inside our web page. So the home page is appeared inside the on there. So the next one is you need to move on the app.jsx file, and you need to add the another routes, assign the paths, and we need to connect them with our links like there. So let me add that one by one. So the next one is I'm going to use overview, and in the overview I need to add the same component. Inside it I will assign another component that will help us to display the cards, charts, and so on and so forth. The next one is I'm going to assign that this will be transactions. So inside that I need to call the transaction page. Let me copy that and I'm going to paste on there, right? So it should be import, not importing, so I need to add that, and I'm going to change transactions. Let me save it. And the next one is I need to add the budget. That will be budget, and I'm going to add it. Budget component, I need to include it. That will be budget. Okay, and I'm going to remove that. Budget, right? So let me save it. Let's move on the ports. I'm going to call the ports. Okay, and that will be ports. Let's move on. The last one will be bells. So by the way, these are pages. On each page here, this will be components. So I'm gonna use bells, and I'm gonna use bells. So we need to assign the same paths on the links. Like this will be true to path is a home page, and when user will click on the overview, this should be display the same home page, and that will be, I'm gonna copy it. By the way, I need to do this. I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna paste that on there. This will be transactions. Yeah, transactions. So that will be budget, but we need to use /sign as well on there, and that will be ports, and that will be bills. So we are successfully connected with these pages with our links. So I'm going to save the file, and when I click on the overview, this is the home page. Click on the transaction, this is the transaction page. Move on the budget page, move on the bills page. But we need to include the sidebar on each page, right? So we need to include the sidebar component on each page. So I'm going to copy the home page. Inside the home page have a sidebar component. I need to copy it and open one by one pages, and we need to import it. Like this will be budget, and that will be ports. I'm gonna import it, and that will be transactions. So let me check it. I'm gonna click on the home page. This will be overview, transactions, budget. Okay, I need to check the budget. Okay, I need to import that. Yeah, so it should be displayed. Yeah, great. The budget ports, what happened on there? So we need to check the links. So where's ports, bills? Okay, where is the sidebar? Okay, we need to include the /sign as well on there, and /sign as well. So we are successfully, yeah, bills, budget, but why I'm seeing 2 times budget. Budget, okay, that will be ports. Yeah, so great. So these are our links. These links are connected with our pages. So we're gonna work on the CSS to design the sidebar, right? So let me open the file sidebar, and also we need to import, we need to include this one file. And by the way, all CSS files are included inside my main.jsx, index.css, responsive.css, and tablet.css. You need to include them. So let's move on the sidebar. In the sidebar, we need to assign the classes, and we need to work on it. So the first one is I need to assign the class sidebar wrapper, and the side menu logo. Yeah, great. And yeah, so we need to move on the CSS. In the CSS, we need to use few things to design the sidebar. Step number 1, you need to select the sidebar wrapper and use the position fixed. Then I'm going to select the header. Inside that have a nav. I'm going to use display flex direction will be column. Padding I'm going to use 0.1 RAM. Background color white. Dark color width should be 350 pixel, and I'm going to assign them in height 100 VH. And also I'll use the border top right, radius 10 pixel, and border right, bottom right. And by the way, you can change the direction in the small screen side. Yeah, so I'm gonna select the header, have a nav, inside that have a logo, so I'm going to use margin 1 and 0. So let me save that, and let's look at that. This is my logo, these are my menus, and all of the menus have images, different type of images. Let me add few things to design the fully sidebar. Header, nav anchor, display flags, align item center, text expression should be none, color will be light gray, color will be light gray, and I'm going to use padding 1 rem, 0.5 rem, 0, border, and also I'm going to use same thing that I use on the copied it and paste on there to save the time. Select the header, nav, anchor link. When I hover the mouse on the link, then I'm going to use padding, color will be light gray, and I'm going to use color will be dark gray. Our font weight should be bold, and I also will use bottom left 6 pixels solid war green color. Let me save it and look at that. But when I click on it, in a minute I open the inspect element, remove that, and also I need to just a minute. There's a talk, I need to move it. This side, not this one. This side, yeah. So here is the active class. When I have clicked on the link, then this active class has been assigned on there. So we will use that to assign this styling. So I'm going to use the same thing, use comma and use active class. So when I click on any link, then this same style has been applied on there, right? So yeah, I need to make spaces, and yeah, I need to work on another thing. Header, nav, anchor link, hover, and child, and I'm going to remove the background from the first one. No, I will use the background color will be dark. This will be okay. I just leave the border radius on the home page. Yeah, then I'm going to select the header, nav, anchor link, image. I need to use padding right side 1 rem to make a space. So I'm going to save the file and have a space, right? And I think align item center, I think have a space. Yeah, I think it's perfect. Yeah, so let's move on the next section. So I will use the overview after this one. This will be sidebar section. So in the overview page, I will create the first one is the overview component, just X RFCE, and I need to call the overview on the home page. So let me open the home page, and on there I need to call the overview component, and same component I need to include on the when user will click on the overview. It is a similar things, but I changed that component on there. So let me open that, and right now the text has been appeared in the bottom of the page, but we need to move on in the right side. So let me open the CSS where it is. I'm gonna, in the CSS you need to use, but I need to add few things inside there, then I need to design that, right? So I will assign the class overview wrapper, and in a minute I will remove the home page sidebar, and this will be, I just leave the CSS and overview page because all of the things inside there we would be using. Right, so inside the overview wrapper, I'm gonna use headings, and I'm gonna use overview inside the H2 overview, right? So after this one, I will display the cards. So I'm gonna use the card wrapper, and I'm gonna also use cards. That will be comment. So by creating a cards, I will create a component that will reuse multiple times, right? So what I need to do on there, I'm going to create a component like finance cards, just X, and inside that I'm going to use C, right? So inside there I will use the finance card. When I will write something inside there, then the content should be assigned on there. But we need to use few things inside this one. So I'm going to pass the props as a text and also amount. So inside the return I will use the class cards, and inside the cards I will use the card header, and inside the paragraph I will use as the props txt and as a amount that is coming from there, right? So I will pass the values, different type of values on each component that will be assigned inside our web page. So the first one is I'm going to assign the props as a text, and I will pass the value. I can pass directly value, and also I will create a variable balance txt, and I'm going to use current balance cons income txt, and that will be income and expenses txt, and that will be expenses. There are multiple ways you can use it, but I use the simple and easiest way. So this is a balance variable that is coming the text current balance that will be assigned on the web page, right? The next one is I need to assign the amount. The amount should be literal template $4, comma 86.07. I'm gonna save the file, and right now the overview, current balance, and card has been appeared inside. So let's move on the CSS. We need to design the overview, and let me write the overview wrapper. So the first one is I'm going to use position relative, and I'm going to use width calc 100% negative by 3 not 3, I'm going to use 500 pixel, and I will move it left side will be moved in the 400 pixel, and I will move top 30 pixel. Also I'm going to use the padding 0 and 1 rand. Also I'm going to use that index -1. So I'm going to save the file, and right now the text has been appeared, but also we need to add the position is absolute inside. I think it should be displayed on the top. Yeah. So this is our sidebar, and this is our overview page. So these are values. These values is coming from the finance card. So I'm going to remove the finance card, and I will call it multiple times, means 3 times. Then the cards value will be changed. Just change the text as a text, right? So the next one is income balance, and like this. So just change the text. So let me change 3814, and that will be E43, like this one. I'm going to save the file, and these are our cards. So let me go to CSS, and we need to design the cards. So I'm gonna so the first one is our wrapper. Inside that have a headings, and the headings I will use font size will be 1.5, and let's move on the cards wrapper. Yeah, and use display flags, justify no space between margin 1 rand and so. Let's select the cards. Card wrappers have a cards. I'm gonna use background color will be white color. Color should be dark color. Padding 1.5 and 2 rand. Margin 20. Border radius 5 pixel. Width should be 1. Width should be 350 pixel, and also I'm going to use box shadow as well. 10 pixel. 0.5, and last thing I'm going to use cursor will be pointer. So I'm going to save the file, and look at that, it doesn't work. Okay, let me check the card wrapper. Yeah, card wrapper. I think I need to, okay, here's a mistake, cards, so I need to include the cards. Yeah, as you can see guys. So let me show you a few things. Yeah, great. So these are our cards, right? So in the cards also we need to add few more things, like change the text, and yeah, I'm going to copy it, and we need to add hover effect. When I hover that, then I'm going to use background color will be dark, will be light. Light. So I'm going to save the file, and what happened on there, I don't know. Cards, that will be cards, and yeah, everything is great on there. Whatever. So I don't know why it doesn't work on there. So cards, so card wrapper, finance cards. This is a card. Let me check it what happened on the inspect element. So the sidebar wrapper, overview wrapper, card wrapper, and cards, and yeah, it's perfect. But I don't know why it doesn't apply the classes, CSS classes. So let me remove this one, and I want to try to use that. No. Let me remove this one z-index, and I think it should be display the mouse. Yeah, but I can't see the hover effect, but I will check it on later. This time I just design it cards, and inside that I have a card header, paragraph. So I'm going to use font size 2. I'm going to use margin top, font weight bold. Let me save, and something is wrong. Card header. Yeah, cards. What happened on there? Okay, I have a mistake. Okay, cool. So guys, this is my class mistake, but don't worry, we will fix it. So let me copy it, and I'm gonna use nth child first child. And the first child I will use series will be 0.8, and I'm going to use font size should be 0.9 rem. Font weight will be normal. So look at that, right? And that's our cards. And also you can assign the active class. The first one, you just change the director, and you need to move on the overview and assign the class name active, like that. So, and this should be it doesn't work. Okay, card report active, and I don't know why. Okay, I will fix it on later. But you can assign the active class on the overview, class name overview, and that will be applied on there. Okay, that's applied on all of these, but I will use only on the active class when the particular class has been active. So yeah, that's our cards, and these are our sidebar menus. So let's move on the next one section. So I'm going to open my code editor, and before moving on next section, I'm going to show you a few things. The first one is I have a data.json file. This is a JSON file. Inside that I have array, and each object have a different type of content, like balance, transactions, and many other things. So I'm going to get the dynamic data, and I'm going to display the data inside my web page. So let me share with you how you can do that. So inside the balance, have a current balance like this one, income, so on and so forth. So I'm going to get these data, and I'm going to display on my web page. So let's see how we can do this. So I'm going to use import, and then I'm going to use the data from outside of my web page data.json. First I'm going to copy that, and let me open okay, I'm going to use it console.log data. Let's see what you will get inside the console. Open the console and have a one array, and the array have an index number 0, and inside the index 0 have a values, balance, current balance, expenses, income, and so on. So I need to get this one data, and these data will appear on there. One by one I will get the data and display on there. So let's say I'm gonna get data dot inside the data have a, in a minute I need to get data in the index 0 dot, and I'm gonna get the balance dot current. So you'll get the current balance. Look at that. So I need to display these details inside there. So let me create a variables. No, I will also send the same thing directly on there. I don't need to display that. Like this way. This is my current balance, and I'm going to get the same thing. I'm going to paste on there. And this is my income. What is the income, like this one? So I'm going to get it, and I'm going to paste on there. Same thing, I'm going to get that, and I'm going to paste on there. Just get the third one. That will expenses, and that will like income. And look at that, guys. The same details are appear inside the card without assigning the static data, right? So I just change only the numbers, but you can change the content from the data.json file, and you can assign on there. So I'm going to close that, and also close this one. Let's open the overview page. So let's work on the inside the overview, and I'm going to add the comment. details. So I will create a class and details card wrapper. Inside that I'm gonna assign the left and right side content. So this will be left side content, and that will be right side content. In the left side content, I will display the different type of details like ports and ports details and many other things. So let's work on it. So I'm going to use in the left side ports wrapper. Inside that I'm going to use port header and ht, and that is our ports. And I'm going to use the link tag. If you want to assign the to and assign the path like any page as you want to move on that, so you can do that, but I'm gonna just show you how you're gonna add it. So let's say I will move it on the ports, and inside that I'm gonna use C details. When user will click on that, then user will redirect on the ports page. So I'm gonna save it and let me check it. Right, as you can see, pages ports, but I need to assign the current path. Okay, I think I need to remove this one. I just try it one time. Yeah, ports, but I think ports, and yeah, inside this one. Okay, here are mistakes inside my path, but you can use that method. You can do that. Right, so that's my header. After the header, I'm going to use port body. Inside the port body, I'm going to assign the amount. Inside the amount, I'm going to display the images that is coming from the import dollar icon. From images, from assets, images, and inside the images have icon have port.svg. So I'm going to copy it, and I think, yeah, here I need to paste it, and look at that, the image has been appeared inside there. Right, so the next one is I need to add the content. So this will be amount, and I have an image. Outside of this one, I'm going to use port content. Inside this one there, I'll use these details are stored inside the JSON file. You can also get the data and assign on air. You can do that, but I'm going to use to display that as a static data, but you can use that method that I used on earlier, like this one, to display the dynamic data. You can do that, right? So inside that, I'm going to use total saved, and I'm going to add 50, right? So I'm going to save it. This is my port details, and the next one is I need to use the another details like in a minute. And the next one is I need to inside the body, and use a level wrappers. And inside that I'm going to add the label. In the label I just call the label component. I will create that. Okay, and I will create a label just x out of c, and that is our label, right? So I'm going to remove it, import it. So in the label tag, in a minute, in the label tag we need to pass the props. So I'm going to show you how you can use that. The first one is txt, the next one is number. Inside the div, because I will reuse it multiple times. Class name is a label. Inside the div I will pass the props as a text. The next one is a number, right? And I need to move on the overview page. Inside that we need to just pass the values as a props, right? So for the first one is txt, I'm gonna assign the static data like 7, and the number is outside of the number is dollar concatenation 150. That should be displayed on there as well, as you can see. So let's look at that. I'm gonna just use the same thing because I need to design it using CSS. So let's move on the CSS. So step 1, I need to select details cards, and I'm going to use display flex. Just a minute, I need to select details card wrapper flex, justify content space between, align item, not align, I'm going to use gap to them, margin top and bottom to them, left and right 0. Let me save it and open that, and here is our content. But also I need to add a few things, then you will be able to see everything. Ports, I'm going to use background color will be this details. This will be help us to divide the sections, like left side, and this will be right side. I also want to use the simple right side, then you are able to see everything. This will be right side and this will be left side. So I'm going to assign the white color, and I'm going to assign the width will be 800 pixel. Border radius I will assign the 5 pixel. Also dark shadow I'm going to add is 0.5 pixel, and also 0.5, and also I'm going to add the padding all side to make a space. Look at that, right? Let me select the port header, use display flex, justify content space between, align item center, and I'm going to use margin bottom to them to make a space. So look at that, this is a header. Inside the header have an anchor link, so I'm going to use anchor link, but before selecting it I'm going to select H3, I'm going to use font size 1.35 and space, and select the port header. Inside that I have an anchor link, I'm going to use text decoration, should be more directory opacity, also I'm going to use 0.5, and I'm going to set the file, and look at that, this is the port, this is the details page, right? So let's move on the port body. And the port body you can use same thing, display flex, justify the no space between, align item should be centered. The next one is port body. Inside that have an amount. Inside the amount you need to use the background color will be light gray, and I'm going to use probably just 5 pixel, display flex, align item center with, assign the specify the width, padding 1 rem and 1.5 rem. I'm going to save the file. Look at that, guys. Alright, cool. Let's move on. And the port body, and then I need to select the port body, have a port content. Padding 1 rem, font size 2 rem, font weight bold. Save the file and look at that. Right, and let's move on. So I need to select the port body. In the port body I need to select port content, have a paragraph, the first child. I'm going to select the first child, means our text, like this one. I need to decrease the font size. Font size 1 rem, color should be dark gray, opacity should be 0.5, and I'm going to use margin bottom 0.5. Let me save the file, and it doesn't work. Okay, let me check that total set, and I don't know why it doesn't work. I'll remove this one. Port body, port content, port body, port content. Okay, I don't need to use that. Okay, that's working right now, guys. So let's move on the label tag. So I have a label component and assign the class label, right? So we need to use that. Before using it, I have a label wrappers outside of this one, so I need to select it, and we need to use display grid, template column, repeat to 1FR, and grid column gap. I will use grid column gap 1 rem, grid row gap 2 rem. Let me select the label tag, and I'm gonna send the width should be 100 pixel, and I'm gonna use margin left. I'm gonna use padding left, 1 rem, border left, 4 pixel solid light blue. Right, so I'm gonna set the file, and look at that, guys, these are our labels. Right, so I'm gonna change the different type of border and child. This will be true, so I'm gonna remove this one content. Just change the color, should be green, get it, and that will be light yellow, and this will be 3, and I'm gonna get it, and that will be 4, and I'm gonna change the color, will be light purple. So I'm gonna save the file, and look at that, guys, this is our ports content section. So we need to work on the right side, and also we need to add the transactions and many other things, but also I need to select a few things like label P. I'm going to use font size should be 100, and also I'm going to use font weight bold, and let me save the file, and also I need to use same thing, and child 1, and the font weight I'm gonna change normal, so it should be 0.5, and also I'm gonna margin bottom should be 0.2 round. Look at that, guys, these are right. So let's move on the right side. In the right side we're gonna display the budget section, and the budget section we're gonna display the chart, right? So in the right side we need to use, just a minute, I'm gonna remove that, and I'm gonna use budget wrapper, that will be underscore. Sometimes I've been using underscore, sometimes I'm using hash sign. Budget header, and same thing you need to do that you have used on there. There's ports, but I'm gonna use budget, and you can use any path as you want, but I'm gonna leave the path right now. Just use link, right? So save the file, and look at that. So I need to get this one right side, and just a minute, I need to copy that, and I need to use same thing that I used on there as well. I'm gonna use comma, same styling, right? I don't know, it doesn't work, I think. Okay, I need to select the budget header, right? So budget header, correct, and yeah. So let's move on the next things that we need to add it. This is budget header, and I'm going to use budget body. Inside that, I'm going to add the chart. So first I'm going to save the file and chart. Yeah, great. So let's move on the CSS. First we need to design the CSS, and then I'm going to work on the another sections. So I'm going to use right side section. So the right side content, I'm going to assign the height should be 50 ph, and I'm going to assign the width should be 580 pixels. Then I need to select the budget wrapper, and inside that I'm going to use background color should be white padding 2 times, but the radius 5 pixels, and also I'm going to use the box shadow 0.5, not 0.5, 5 pixels, 0 RGB, like this. So I'm going to set the file and look at that, right? And also I need to assign the same styling, but I'm going to assign that budget header. Okay, this is style already assigned on the top. I don't need to assign the display flex like this one. And also I need to select the anchor link that is used on somewhere here. So I need to get the budget header and use same thing, H3, same styling. Okay, and that should be applied on same thing. Yeah, great. So we want to display the chart, so I'm going to use I will use the chart. Yes, just use chart and React.js, and you need to get the charts from MUI.com. You need to open that, and when you will start that, so where it is, get started. So inside that you need to install the copy the package, and I'm gonna use it to install that. Once you install it, then you need to use it, right? So okay, I need to install this one. Okay, we use that. Right, and the next one is I need to get the chart, and let's try to add the chart by. So let me, I just get this one chart, and let me copy it, and I'm going to create a component. X. Okay, this is also still downloading, but I'm going to use RFCE. Right, so I'm going to save the file, and inside the body I'm going to call the component chart. Right, so I just checked that it doesn't work, so we need to import that chart from chart, and let me save the file, and I think I need to check that if I have any error, so we are able to see the errors. Otherwise, just a minute, what happened on there? So let me just a minute, let me check it. Yeah, it's working. This is successfully installed, but oh yeah, and look at that, guys, the chart has been appeared inside the body section. So I'm going to remove it, and everything is great on the particular skin size, but we will manage it using CSS with different positions. So let me get another chart like this one. Yeah, so I'm gonna get this one chart. Show codes. So I need to get this one code and I'm gonna paste on there. The next thing you need to edit TypeScript like this one file. So you need to also get that, and you need to create this one file, web usage status.typescript. So I'm going to create a file, web usage, just a minute, web usage, what is the name, I don't know, web usage status dot ts. Press the code and paste the code, and here is a lot of mistakes, so we need to fix it, but we need to check this one, web usage status. And let me web usage, just a minute. Yeah, it's perfect. So I'm gonna save the file and let's see what happened inside there. Have a number value and many other things, we need to fix that. So I'm gonna remove the handle item number change. I'm gonna try to remove this one content, and let me, yeah, not, let me get it to fix the problems. Handle number change, basically I don't need to use slider, and also I don't need that, I don't need this one, and I think the chart has been appeared inside. Yeah, great guys. And also I need to skip the animation as well, like this one. So yeah, great. So these are details, these details are stored inside the web usage like that, but you can use your own JSON file and change the details. You can do them, right? So let's say don't change these things, just change these details. So let me use the I'm gonna check that, where is the details. Let me amount, okay, here's a budget. So I need to get these details. So let's say I need to get the entertainment, I need to use entertainment, and you can change the names, you can do that, but I'm gonna use the same things, entertainment, and the maximum amount, and like this one, and export mobile, export platforms, and just a minute, I need to change the details, then I will manage it. So I'm going to use bills, and this is bills, and this is the amount, get the amount, and I'm going to paste the amount on there, and I'm going to change the name. But before changing name, I need to use one by one, paste on there, and also I need to change the content, personal care, and this will be personal care, and this will be JSON, JSON, and also if I have port details, so you can use other way you can do this. So I'm going to change the name desktop OS to personal data, but you need to copy it and change the desktop OS to personal details. And also in a minute I need to remove this one, I don't need that. Right, so let me save the file and look at that, guys. So these are our details, and inside the details I have used the particular number of value, and the value you are able to see the chart has been changed on the behalf of values like Android and many other things. Here's OS, I don't know where is the OS, so let me personal details. Okay, here is a mobile OS, but I don't need to. Let me remove this one, and yeah, great, guys. Everything is mine details. So this is the budget details. So yeah. So let's move on to the next one section. You can manage it your own. You can do that. You can get the data from JSON file and you can use it inside your project to display the dynamic data. You can do that. I'm going to show you how you can use React.js to design the admin dashboard. So let me close these files, and I'm going to leave the label.js X file because I will create another way. I'm going to use export function. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to create another component bg, right? And I'm going to assign the class will be bg label. Same thing, just change the label bg and bg. We need to import it and remove the chart, and this is a label, but also I need to import a label bg because I will use another label tag with another design. In the body chart budget wrapper, right? So outside of the budget wrapper, I'm going to use the bill wrapper. So I'm going to use bill wrapper, bill header, bill recurring, link, see details, and I'm going to use bill body, and inside that I'm going to call level bg component, and I'm going to use ped as a ped bills number. These are components, so I'm going to use number 90. Okay, and we'll close it 3 times. Just change 194 total income and total income, and that will be this one. So let me change 194. So I'm going to set the file and look at that the details are appeared inside there, but I think something wrong, so I need to fix it. And yeah, great. So the step number 1, we need to use same thing that we have used inside this one section, same coloring, same styling, and so on, right? So let's see. This is a bill wrapper. Right, so I'm going to copy the bill wrapper, and just a minute, I need to move on down, and use background color white color, and I'm going to use padding to run, border radius 5 pixels, and box shadow is 0. And I'm going to use margin top to them, margin bottom to them, and also we need to add the height should be 37 inch. So I'm gonna save the file. Look at that. We need to assign the same styling like this one. So I need to select the bill header, just copy and you need to use the same styling that you have used on your other header sections. The first one is like this one, so I need to use comma, and same thing, and also you need to use comma h3 comma encoding, and yeah, you are able to see same thing. In the labels BG, you need to design different styling, so we need to design it. Let me write the bill body BG label. First thing is display flex, justify no space between line item center. Background color should be light gray. Light gray, and I'm going to use padding 1 rem and also 1 rem. Top 1 rem. Also I'm going to use border left 0.5 rem solid green color. So it should be assigned the green color in the right side, in the left side, yeah. But I need to change the different coloring on there, so I need to get it. Just change the color by using pseudo selector, and child 2 should be light purple. I'm gonna use video color and many other things. Just use this will be 3, and light purple. I think I didn't use the light purple, yeah, and green, light purple, blue, and also gray color. Okay, but how many components? 1 2 3, and yeah, great. So everything is perfect on there, but when I move on down, my sidewise doesn't move on bottom, so we need to fix it. So let me open the sidebar wrapper. So where it is, sidebar. Okay, I need to remove this one, save, and I think it should be, yeah, it's when you are moving, your overview page is moved, but your navbar is ready to stable on the particular position, right? So the next one is we need to design the transaction page or transaction details. So let's move on the transaction page or transaction section. So before moving on that, I have tried this one. I need to use the path, correct path, like ports. So I'm going to save the file and I'm going to click on it, and I'm able to see the ports page has been appeared inside there. I'm going to click to overview, and also you can change the link from there to path will be, I think, budget, and also this will be to path will be bill. Let me check the bills. Yeah, so those are linked with other pages. Budget, yeah, transactions, and I'm going to click to see bills, and everything is working perfectly on them. So this is a very interesting part, because I will get the data from JSON and I'm going to display the data inside this one page. So we need to move on the right side, not right side, I need to move on the left side, and this is body, ports wrapper, left side, right? So inside that I'm going to use the transactions details, transactions. So same thing, you need to add it, transaction wrapper, inside the transaction header, transactions, and link to transactions. Yeah, so I need to add the body, transaction body. Inside that, I'm going to get the data from JSON and I'm going to display the data inside there. But before using it, I'm going to add the static data. So for the first one is I'm going to use transaction content. Inside that, I'm going to use image name, right? And outside of this one, I'm going to add the amount and also that, right? So yeah, perfect. So we need to say you're able to see only on header, only on transactions, but why is a link? Okay, I need to use the view all the content here. So let me copy this one and I'm going to move on this CSS, and I need to find out the styling that I've used on earlier, like this one. Yeah, so I need to use comma dot transaction header, and same styling I'm gonna assign on there, header h3, and yeah, great. But also I need to use anchor link. Yeah, okay, and let's assign your own styling inside this one section, transaction. Right, so inside the transaction, the first thing is you need to select the transaction wrapper, and I'm going to use margin top and bottom 2, left and 0, and I'm going to use height 51 bh, white color. I'm going to use padding 1.5 mm, border radius I'll use 5 pixel, box shadow I'll use 0, 0, 5 and 0, like this. And also I need to remove the scroll bar when I will display the multiple images and multiple contents from my JSON file, but I will show you in a minute. This time I'm going to use overflow y hidden and I'm going to comment out, then I will uncomment it on later. Transaction content, I'm going to use display flex, justify kind of space between, align item center, and I'm going to use bottom 2 pixels solid light gray. Then I need to select the transaction content. Inside that I have image underscore name, and use specific flex, align item center, and also I'm going to use margin top 1.5. These are styling that we will use it by getting the data from JSON file. These styles are assigned on there, right? So the transaction content inside that have image name, have a name, so I'm going to use font red bold, and same thing that you need to get it. And I'm going to add an image, so the image will be border radius 50%, width should be 50 pixel, and I'm going to use margin white 1. And also I need to use a few things like transaction amount underscore that dot deposit. Okay. Okay, I will leave this one. I think I doesn't use it. Where it is? Here is transaction amount, image, and okay, inside that I need to add amount that is deposit class and also bet. And just I change the change the color. So amount underscore debt. Let me check one more time. Amount debt, yeah, have a deposit, and I'm gonna use color should be green, and font weight will be bold, and also means margin bottom 0.5 right. And also the last thing I need to get it, the debt, and the debt should be color light gray. So that's my styling. These styles are applied on there, but right now you can't see anything else, right? But don't worry, we will manage it using JSON file. But before using JSON file, in a minute I will share you few details. So where is transaction bar? Here I'm going to use console.log using JavaScript mode and use JSON. Let me check the file name that I have get. Okay, data.json. So I need to add the data. What you will get inside the console. Don't focus on there. I'm getting array and the array, but also I need to remove these are multiple times are appeared. I think I have used the console.log. Where it is? Okay, here is console.log. I need to remove it. Let me refresh it. Object. Okay, so I need to get the transactions. Inside the transactions have index numbers, and the index numbers have a amount, image, category, and date, and so on and so forth. So I need to get the details from this one, transactions, category, and have index number 0. So how you can get that? Let me write this simple and easy method like a for loop. Not for loop, but you can use data.map method. In the map method you need to pass the value that is coming from the JSON, and also you need to pass the index number. Or I'm going to use transaction. You can use any name as you want. Use curly brackets, right? So inside the curly brackets, first I'm going to pass the user, right? And I'm going to check what you will get, the user and I, when the loop through the content, right? You are getting the same results, right? And this is the index number right now. As you can see, this is the object, have index number 0, right? Great. The next thing you need to use the return, and inside the user have an index number 0, and in the index number 0 have a transaction, right? So let me use it. Just a minute. I'm going to use console.log user.transaction. You will get only on the transaction details. Let's check it now. As you can see, right? As you can see, so I used only on user.transactions, but inside that have a index numbers. On each index have a different type of content. So I need to use return. I need to get the return. What you want to get? I need to get the return user dot transactions, and inside that I'm going to use again map method. So I need to get the transactions and also index number, right? Then I need to use return keyword, parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis I need to add this one content, and I'm gonna paste on there, right? And everything is perfect. Yeah, I need to pass the key and unique key. Okay, I will manage it. So let's say this is a transaction image name. So in the image name div, I need to add the image tag. In the source, I need to use transactions dot wait. You will get the image, right? And also I'm going to pass the key, also index, right? The next one is I need to pass the name, right? So p class name is name. I think I need to assign the class that name, right? The next one is deposit. So by using deposit, I use $sign because I need to add the $sign and amount. The last one is date. But before using date, I'm going to save the file and let's look at that. Everything is up here. Yeah, great. As you can see, guys, I'm able to see only on few images and other content. The reason for displaying the few images, because inside the data.json file, I've used the complete source path inside there. Some images have a doesn't complete path. So let me show you where it is source. As you can see, here is the source asset. I just change the source, then this image also will be appear inside there, as you can see, right? So everything is working perfectly, but I don't know why my styling doesn't apply on there. So let me check that. Where it is, image name, image, and okay, just a minute. Let me transaction body. Okay, yeah, great. And I've used the overflow, so I need to hide it. And transaction body image, yeah, great. I just change the content. Yeah, perfect. And why this content is okay. Just a minute, I need to check the transaction wrapper, transaction content, and content same thing. And transaction content. Just a minute, I need to check that. Here is the transaction content. Let me, yeah, everything is working perfectly, just to change the name. So this is the reason for using overflow hidden by removing this space. So let me comment out and look at that. I just assigned the specific height of this one section. So here is my content, guys, that is coming from my JSON file, the images, name and date, and also amount, but also I'm going to display the date as well. So let me show you how you can display the date. So after this one, convert and I'm going to get the date from transaction.date. Right, so I need to add the particular date right now inside there. So that date, okay, and date. So let me save, and the date is also up here, but I need to convert it. So I'm going to use date function and pass the value, and I need to use only on display the 0 to 15 numbers. Save the file and look at that, guys. So this is my complete admin dashboard. I've used only on HTML, CSS and also React.js to design it. So we need to fix few things like a responsiveness, but everything is working perfectly on the particular screen size. So let me share you the small screen sizes, like 1440 pixels. So we need to fix it, and we need to remove the spaces, scroll bars, and so on and so forth, right?